didn't have a clue. But it was all because it was all because we called the band Blood Red Saints and said it was a speedway team.
Wow. Oh wow. What a story.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Wow. I did not know that.
There you go, you learn something new every day.
We tried to keep it secret for a while. We tried to keep it going as if it was real. But
this damn internet, eh? Damn internet.
Yeah, so that's the most success. We're more successful in speedway than we are in music.
So take us back in time, us fanatics, rock fanatics. For people that don't know, talk to us how all of you guys started in the music business. What was the first professional act, if you will?
Go on, Rob.
The first professional act that you did. I was in a band back in the 80s called Sam Thunder, and I also played a one-off gig for Lee Aaron once at the Marquee in London. And then was in a band called AOK. Back in the 80s, we did a few decent support gigs with Dare and Danger, and then didn't do anything for 20 years before I got back together with these guys. We just decided to. Well, everybody else was getting back together, weren't they?
Yeah. Rob's only 35.
I was 10 back in the 80s.
In his mind, James. In his mind.
Yeah, I think it for us all. We had moderate success back in the 80s, but nothing really, bizarrely, nothing like we've got now, really. Yeah. I mean...
Oh, to go back 25 years, James, and release this album.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but
go on, Lee.
What did you do?
So, probably the first thing I did would have been Gary Hughes. I don't know whether you've heard of him. I've done. I started off doing a few tours in Norway, and then did Hamburg, Holland, and then ended up doing the MTV Headbangers Ball in 92, 93, something like that.
Nice.
And so from there, I had a break of 10 years, and then I sort of got back writing again, and it's like you hit the ground running, as they say.
And I never did anything. I played in useless little pub bands, and then started doing cabaret, doing everybody else's songs for about 10 years. I'd never recorded, never done any sort of significant gigs or anything. And then, like Rob said, it was just seemed like the right time. It was easier this time, older, wiser, and there was more technology, and it was easier to do. But that's pretty much the sum total of why we do it, nowadays.
Nice. Everyone has their own background and their own history. Yeah, that's cool.
Do you play an instrument, James?
I do. Actually, I'm a musician too. I play guitar, bass, drums. Local musicians.
Oh,
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So you know how the scene works, don't you? How easy or hard it is, and thankless sometimes, but you still do it for the love of it, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I don't have fans. You guys have fans.
We've only got two.
Yeah. Well, you can fan as well, James.
I'm your third fan, I guess.
Thank you. Can we have that in writing, please?
Yeah. So who are your influences and who are your heroes?
Go on, you start.
Me. Yeah. I'll go first. First band that made me get into rock was Kiss.
Awesome.
And then from Kiss, it was Bon Jovi, Van Halen, Winger, that sort of stuff. But Kiss was the one, just for the image, just absolutely blew my mind in
Nice.
1979.
Awesome.
Go on, Rob. Go on with yours.
I just think it's probably the same as Pete's, really. Van Halen, a lot of American bands, throw in a bit of Thin Lizzy, throw in a bit of Queen, and it's probably where we're at, yeah. So similar, we've all got similar influences. We might always have one favourite band, like Pete likes Kiss and we don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, somebody's got to like them, but mainly Winger, yeah, the American bands, Warren, Giant, all that kind of era. So,
awesome.
Yeah, I love all of them, yeah.
I mean, from an early age, as a guitarist, slightly differs to what my favourite. I mean, I love Journey. I love all the. Bon Jovi is probably my favourite
Awesome.
80s band. Instead, which one it'd be. But as guitarists, you kind of have different angles. So mine was Randy Rhoads, Gary Moore. I love George Lynch, Dan Huff. But then as a band, I absolutely adore. See, I'm a secret Nickelback fan.
Nice.
I adore them now. They're the band now that I look at and go, yeah, I'd like that band. But back in the day, it was definitely Bon Jovi.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, awesome
Yours?
picks.
Who were your?
Come on, you got to tell us yours.
Who were your influences?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh man, I have a wide range of. I listen to anything from rock to metal to 80s rock to death metal to.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
if I said you one guitarist, who would it be?
One guitarist. Oh man! Now you guys are interviewing me now. Oh wow! I might have to say.
One. Any genre. Which one?
Rhythm wise, I look up to James Hetfield.
Okay.
Lead wise, oh man, there's just so many out there. I mean, I don't have a favorite. I just Randy Rhoads for sure, and I really like Kirk Hammett, Mustaine for their innovation. Bringing up that thrash scene, all those leads.
Longevity as well.
Yeah, so there's so many out there. And then there's the technical ones like Malmsteen and Skolnick.
Yeah, cool.
You got Richie Sambor. Yeah. Thank you for the.
That one again, will you?
Thank you for interviewing me. My first interview.
Anytime.
Right, you can go back to yours now. Sorry.
So, are you guys playing live? You guys playing live already, or not yet?
Well, we've got our first one from 2 years ago. Is it now? Since it lockdown sort of thing. Is it 2 years? 18?
Yeah. The last time we played was March the 9th, 2020.
Yeah.
And then obviously all concerts stopped, and the next one we've got now is the end of August.
Yeah.
But we've not been able to book anything because every time anybody books anything, it gets postponed and put over to next year. So we just thought we'd wait until everything was back, if it ever goes back to normal. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
We are in rehearsals though, so
yeah,
we're trying to get ready and see what comes. We've got. Also, they do a festival over here called Hard Rock Hell, and it's themed on the AOR genre, and that's in November. I can't remember who else is on. Who else is playing at
There's quite a few, but some might be pulling out.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I can't remember, but it's a good little festival. So
it's like a 3-day thing.
We're getting ready for that as well. But apart from that, at the moment we've got just two gigs properly booked. So
nice.
Looking forward to it, getting up there again, but yeah, not many.
Give us your best gig and give us your worst gig so far.
As a band?
Sure, or each one of you, whichever you prefer.
All right. Okay, so
well, my favourite gig, we played straight after we signed for Frontiers. We got to play at the Frontiers Festival in
Milan.
Yeah, and that was got to have been the biggest stage I've ever played on. And the guys laugh about it because at one point we were playing, and I was just wandering around backstage, just amazed at the size of the place.
He really was.
He was doing that. Yeah,
looking up at the roof, and you going, "We're actually playing it."
We're actually playing it. So yeah, that was probably the best. And we recently played in Germany at the Heat Festival as well, which was a great, really well organised gig, and they looked after us. And the crowd was fantastic, so that was probably the best. Don't know about the worst. We've done really well, actually.
Yeah.
We haven't had any disasters or Lee
has. You've been a guitarist, you'll know this one. Lee has disasters.
Defend me here, James.
Lee has guitar disasters every time.
Yeah.
If something can stop working, it will stop working.
Or someone kicks your amp out.
Walks past and pulls a plug lead out or something. But we just soldier on. We're used to it now.
People expect it now as part of the goddamn show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think it is part of the show, to be fair, don't
So
they?
go on, what's your favourite then?
Yeah, probably Milan so it was with the Defiance, and it was Inglorious, and who else was on? There was a lot of bands, and it was in Italy, and
First time we played abroad, wasn't it?
The best part of it all was we got picked up from the airport, and the guy literally had one of them signs that says Blood Red Saints, and we were thinking we'd made it, and then we got on this coach, and we were waiting for everybody else to get on the coach, and only 5 of us were on the coach, and we, honest to God,
thought we were picking everybody else up.
Yeah, we thought we was just on a general coach, and it was our coach, and that was we'd made it. We haven't, but we thought we had.
And he's going to have to follow that story on by probably the greatest night of his Friday night of that sort of weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine this.
So on the night before the festival started, they had a VIP night, and Kit Winger was doing this acoustic thing, and I was telling these that I wanted to sing with him, and then he asked if anybody wanted to sing, so I got volunteered to sing Miles Away with him, which was one of them bucket list things.
That's brilliant. It's on YouTube if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, check it out! Wow, I'm a winner.
Yeah, so that was good.
Awesome.
That was the best weekend we've ever had, being honest.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Following up with that, I've got probably two. One of them, strange enough, we weren't playing Hard Rock Hell the last time, and we got a phone call to see if we'd stand in just on a tea time, 5 o'clock, and that ended up being a really good gig. We actually dragged everybody out of the main room into this side room, and it was packed. But we played well. It all went well. My gear didn't break. I didn't snap a string. My amp didn't blow up. So all them things were really good. So that was a good gig. The other one, I must admit, playing with Kevin Chalfont was quite cool.
Oh yeah, you did that, didn't you?
Yeah, that was at Rockingham. There's a festival called Rockingham in Nottingham, I think it is. And that was a really cool gig for me because we played as well. So we played and then ended up headlining the show with the guy who used to sing with Journey. So that was really cool.
Very cool. Wow. Very, very cool stories there. Cool. So you guys already answered one of my questions there. What's next for the band? So what can fans expect next? When can we expect you guys in the U.S. or any other country?
Listen, if somebody asked us to come play, if somebody asked us to come and play in the US, we'd be there the next day. But
it's a bucket list for us, really.
Yeah, we'd play a bar or anything to get to America just to be able to say we've done it. Because, like Rob said before, that's where everything about our musical
that was the lifeblood.
That's what we wanted, to be American bands, really. So if we could get to America, we'd be there in an heartbeat, honestly.
Just hoping Frontiers decide to start doing tours over there, and we'll hold the guitars for every other band to walk on if we can get to play.
It's strange, really, when you think about it. And Americans look at the British and say, like, about the British invasion and the Beatles and the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And we looked at it differently. We saw Van Halen, didn't we? We saw the American bands that we looked up to. It was strange, really. Motley Crue and Warrant and all those.
Yeah.
And Rat. And these are the bands that we loved from the 80s. So it really changed. We weren't really into the Beatles or the Rolling Stones that much. They weren't influences to us. It was the Van Halens and it was the Warrants and the Rat.
Oh, yeah.
It was all those bands that we really did. And we call it hair metal now, don't we?
Yeah, they have different time, but it was the day I saw Bon Jovi live first.
Bon Jovi, of course,
I was like, I just want to do, even if it's not as big a stadium, just to be able to go at that height would have been immense. To play a support would be immense.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You don't even headline. So
I think you could include, Def Leppard. We love Def Leppard, and obviously they're English as well.
Awesome.
But not that many English fans were influenced on us. More the American side of it, definitely. Yeah.
So in a short answer, as soon as we get a chance, we're going to be playing, especially Texas.
If we ever get a chance, we'll do it. There's no doubt. But it's just getting the opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm sure the time will come. I'm sure Frontiers will hear this, and I'll send them this interview, and I'll talk. Maybe we can,
We'd love to.
Definitely.
If you've got a local bar, we'll come and play it. And we'll get you up.
And we know you have got local bars.
Yeah. Well, I'll be your opener. I'll be the local band.
You're more than welcome.
Awesome. Would you guys want to send a message to your fans listening to this podcast, all the Blood Red Saints fans listening to this? Special message for them.
We can't wait to get back out and play live, basically. Hope you enjoy the album.
Yeah, and we hope that you're already listening to the J-Rock's Metal Show, so you've got good taste. So hopefully you'll like us and we'll see you somewhere on tour.
And we'd love to see you in Texas, California,
anywhere in the
New
States,
York, wherever. Yeah, we're open to it. We're up for it.
Yeah, keep it real.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. So thank you guys for making time, and we hope to see you guys in the U.S. and a very, very good job with Undisputed. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Brilliant. Thanks again for your time, James. Appreciate
Thanks a lot. Take care.
And that concludes another episode of That Metal Interview, and we'd like to invite you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have a chance. Thank you for liking us on Facebook. Thank you for downloading our podcasts from whichever digital format you guys might use for your convenience, of course. Thank you guys and girls. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. Don't forget to tune in